feel about this picture? Do you feel indifferent? If you saw her in the store, maybe unsure what to say, maybe a little uncomfortable? Well, this is Nadine. She's 15, she's loving, she's caring, she's smart, and she was born with Down syndrome. And she has certain disabilities, but those disabilities haven't stopped her from being a normal 15-year-old who loves to sleep in past noon and still sometimes doesn't make her bed. So Down syndrome, what is it? Who is at risk? And how can we better understand those with Down syndrome? Well, according to WMD.com, Down syndrome is a result of a baby being born with an extra set of chromosomes. So most people are born with 46 chromosomes. Someone with Down syndrome is born with 47 chromosomes. Down syndrome is also characterized by a set of physical and mental traits. Children who have Down syndrome tend to have certain features. They have a flat face, they have a short neck, and they also have certain intellectual disabilities. And this varies with different individuals. Down syndrome is a lifelong condition, but with care and support, children who have Down syndrome can grow to have a healthy, happy, and productive life. So who's at greater risk for Down syndrome? The Eunice Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development states that because the likelihood an egg will contain an extra copy of chromosomes increases significantly as a woman ages, so older women are more likely to have children with Down syndrome. Also, those who have a sibling who have already had a child with Down syndrome are more likely to pass on this trait. And in the United States, there are about 400,000 people living with Down syndrome. So with so many people living around us with Down syndrome, how can we better understand people who have been born with Down syndrome? There are several myths assumed regarding people with Down syndrome. The National Down Syndrome Society researched a few of these myths and their validation. One myth is that people with Down syndrome should be institutionalized, which is completely not true. The truth is, people with Down syndrome, they have regular emotions, they have regular feelings, and they might have certain disabilities, but they are their own person. And a second myth is the myth that children with Down syndrome have to be placed in segregated special ed programs. I personally know Nadine, and despite some mental capabilities, she is a sweet, loving, smart young girl whom everyone loves. And most children with Down syndrome have been integrated into regular academic classrooms. So, in conclusion, a greater knowledge of knowing what Down syndrome is, who it affects, and how to understand those who have been diagnosed will provide an avenue to effectively interact and build relationships with those who have been born with Down syndrome.